Some people think it's a downside. I think it's a really good place to start with a cosmetic tattoo. So microblading is a semi-permanent cosmetic tattoo. So what that means is it doesn't go deep into the skin and last forever like a normal tattoo does. It lasts for a period of time depending on different factors. So when we perform the tattoo, like I said, it's done with this little fine blade. I'll show you what we do so you can all have a look. It goes into the skin, just into the epidermis, not very deep. We're creating natural, realistic hair strokes. They are individually drawn on to make the brow look as natural as possible. So all the strokes will be going with your natural hair, and then the dye gets rubbed into these cuts here. And then when they heal with the color inside. So we don't want to get any blood during this because it is in the very top layers of the skin. So obviously this is just a practice mat to show you guys how it's done. So disregard the yellow, but each stroke now has the colored pigment in it, and you can see that they come out perfectly like little hair strokes and they look like natural hair. So this is the result that we want out of the microblading tattoo. A lot of people come in and feel very scared about getting a tattoo because they feel like it's not going to look natural. If you are used to getting an eyebrow tint or stain, this technique is going to look a lot more natural and realistic than a tint or stain. It also saves you from coming in every 4 weeks for doing a tint. So this is a really good way to go if you need to add more hair or more color to your brows. A tattoo can last different lengths of time on different people, so it is a hard question to answer. It depends on your skin type, whether it's dry or oily. It also depends how much you're in the sun, because the sun can fade the tattoo quite quickly. And it also depends what skincare products you use. So obviously vitamin A's and retinols that shed the skin more quickly, your tattoo will also come off more quickly. I would say a eyebrow microblading tattoo would last between 1 to 3 years. Ideally, most people get a touch-up between 12 and 18 months. It can last longer than that. It really does just depend on your skin type and what products you're using. So there are obviously different sorts of tattoo for the brows, and this is where a lot of people get confused. Some tattoos are done with a machine and some tattoos are done with a hand tool like this. There are upsides and downsides to both ways of doing the tattoo. I personally like the microblading because it actually lasts less time than the ombre or powder brow. Now, some people do see this as a downside to the tattoo because they want it to last longer. I actually think it's beneficial to start with this because if you decide that you don't like it, it's obviously going to last a lot less on the skin, which, like I said, some people think it's a downside. I think it's a really good place to start with a cosmetic tattoo. So I want to show you what we actually use to do the tattoo because a lot of people haven't seen this before and it is very interesting. Obviously, everything that we use for a cosmetic tattoo is always single use and it comes sterile in these sterile packages. So I'll open this one just to show you. So everyone gets their own little needle, and this is where the color goes, where the pigment sits in the little cup. So there's 16 little needles next to each other here at the tip. It is very fine, and this is what creates a very fine natural hair stroke in the skin. So this little blade gets put into the ink and we draw each hair onto your skin. So this way of tattooing is a very, very realistic tattoo. Unlike the ombre, that's more like a tint. It's more a colored in look. This is a better way to go if you want a really realistic look. So when we're picking the color for a tattoo, it's not really what color you want. It's the color of your natural eyebrow hair. It doesn't matter the the color of the hair on your head. It matters about the color on your brows. So we want to get as close to this as possible. So if somebody came in and had blonde hair and they wanted darker brows with a tattoo, unfortunately that won't work, and I would never do that. We have to always match the brow color hair. That's what looks the most natural. There are many colors in the ranges that we have, so we can mix all different colors to make the perfect color for you. So obviously there's cooler tones and warmer tones depending on your skin's undertone, which will be able to find the perfect color. I'll just show you. And then if we wanted to warm this color up, we could do that with an orange pigment. Like this. And then that all gets mixed up.